Ladies, gentlemen, varying other figures of an unknown variety. We're fucking back. I have to cut that part out. What I do happen to have in my possession is my collection of vinyl records. Now, I did happen to hereditarily inherit the likes of a host of others, but a lot of which are completely unknown to the general public because I'm so niche and unique, aren't I? But that's beside the point. We're going to delve into this because I am moving out. I am shipping myself off to that of the nearest train station and getting the hell out of ministry school because I'd rather rupture my spleen and deplete myself of my vital organs and stay here for another 24 hours, which I'm going to technically have to do because I'm leaving Monday. And at the point of recording this, it is, in fact, Saturday. I love Saturdays. That's actually a really good adaptation of the source material. I love the... DreamWorks does great adaptations. I've yet to see the, what the hell is it called? Wild Robot. I know it has Birds of a Feather featured in one of the trailers. Shout out, Billy. Is she still here? Yeah, if you have to take that poster down. I'm surprised I got past faculty. It's because the door was closed. Anywho, this has been a miserable, oppressive experience. This room was decked to the nine with so much memorabilia and cool things. It's really depressing that I had to basically reverse vandalize my room, the state of my own mortal well-being, and not being ceased prematurely. But getting a little sidetracked, a bit sidelined, a little tangent, non sequitur, segue, etc. Squirrel. I don't like squirrels. More of a chipmunk guy. Oh, Dave! Oh, that audio has been haunting me for days. That's beside the point. Let's delve in. Firstly, let's get into something a little on the niche side, because I am such a cool indie boy. I'm not, in fact. The dyed hair, it's technically dyed bleached, but silly. We have Steve Martin, a wild and crazy guy. I got this at a record store. Technically not a record store. It's just a store that happens to have a host of records for $2. The reason I bought it primarily was this. Imagine having this in your room. You're literally just not as cool as me in the event you don't happen to have it. I did have it up prior to my untimely departure. I really like it. It's also a pretty funny routine. They make this joke about philosophy, ever so slightly different angle. My phone storage is so god-awfully disemboweled. It's disheveled to such a degree that it actually disturbs me to such an excessive degree. Like, it prohibits me from functioning at some point. Like, it's really annoying. My iCloud is unconnected because I can't afford it because I'm broke post-secondary academia peer. Very unfortunate set of circumstances on my end, but let's delve back in. First off, for those asking, yes, I'm probably autistic, but traditional conservative Christian household. Do you honestly think they took me to see a psychiatrist? You have to have that good old mental health evaluation, but at least we got Justin Hurwitz. We got the farmer's insurance guy having mental breakdowns. Justin Hurwitz is one of my favorite composers. He's done Babylon, La La Land, Whiplash, etc. He also did First Man and thing on Love on Beale Street or whatever it's called. I love this movie so much. Miles Teller's bangs so hard. Most generic cinephile thing. I'm not really a cinephile per se. I just like movies. It's fantastic. Yeah. Let's check out the jacket. I'm starting to be rendered disturbed. This keeps happening, but let's commence forth and time later. Be more cautious. I would show you everything involving this, but the camera angle is so damn annoying. Even just holding it up for you, it's going to be a uphill battle. Leve, Goddess, Bewitched Goddess Edition, the deluxe. This is the Superfan Edition, which happens to contain the Chutes and Ladders Bewitched variant thing, music lyric sheet, coupled with the likes of this really nice poster I used to have on my wall. It's that one rendition of her with like the Twin Peaks-esque room, except with the checkered floor and the blue suede curtains. I love me some Velvet, but very, very good record. I love it so much. Dreamer is one of my favorite songs. Perfect. Obviously, Goddess, the title track. Chef's kiss. Did I hear niche bedroom pop plant? Because her father owns an executive corporation. You did, in fact. We have Clara's Charm. Juno, getting Sabrina confused. In movies that involve Elliot Page getting pregnant. Juno is such a good track. Oh my god, I love this album so much. It's so good. The jacket's really fun. Also, what the hell? Is the sleeve the actual... I haven't done enough research. Who honestly gives a shit? Gorgeous. I used to have that on my wall. Prior to me leaving. Not sad. I'm really happy. Bow, bow. Pardon the chapel. Speaking of chapel, I'm not going to be attending it come Tuesday. Trying to be funny when stuck in a room. I'm white. Obviously, he's here. Favorite Midwestern Caucasian emo? Robert Burnham. I love the special so much, I wanted to get the RDB Deluxe Edition because I love the inside outtakes. Partially ever so slightly more than that of the initial rendition, but this album fucks so hard. Harder than, like, a wetlock prostitute. Very good record. Love it so much. I got the eggshell edition that they sold at Urban Outfitters for a brief period. Very happy with it. Okay, you gotta have the couples, gotta get the spouse in. Do you remember the soft launch? Do you remember the soft launch? Not serve, launch. I don't like ice cream. I really enjoy this record. Funny thing is, I kind of see vinyls as a way of exploring an album in its entirety, because we seldom we find tracks that we happen to enjoy or go through the entire record and find a few, but being forced to go through an entire album is a really healthy sonical experience. And that's what I got with this. I heard Kyoto and a Taco Bell. I heard, obviously, The End Is Near. Had it in my playlist for years, but I heard Kyoto when I first got here. And so I was like, you know what? Might as well give it a go. Give it a spin. And I listened to it. Fallen in love with her ever since. Especially So Much Wine, or Too Much Wine, or whatever the Christmas album is. I really, really enjoy that. Next. Oh my god, get in your hands and knees. It's Maddie. It's Maddie, guys. Madison Cunningham, Revealer. Madison Cunningham. Chef's kiss. She's so talented. She's a multifaceted, multi-instrumentalist who won the Grammy in 2022 for Best Folk Record. It's not really a folk album. It's really, really good. My recommendation would be Life According to Rachel, Hospital, Anywhere, Sunshine Over the Counter, a host of other things. It's just really, really, really good. Also, Song in My Head, which is on this. It's off, whatever that LP is called. Braden's not doing the dishes again. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. Well, whenever I'm listening to this, I am not soft at all. This album has so many bangers and clangers. The only song I would think is not exactly great is probably Shahiro and or The Diner. Cannot believe Shahiro got a music video. It's a really good music video. I loved it. But the song itself, The Diner, is not good. But everything else in this is fantastic. Lunch, obviously great. Skinny, Wildflower is my favorite song upon my initial visit. But Birds of a Feather is great. It's a little overplayed. But probably Wildflower. That'd be my favorite track on the record. Also, my voice may be excessively deep. I try to modulate it ever so slightly, so my vernacular doesn't seem imposing. John Mayer Sobrock, your favorite Midwestern emo random pop star who happened to date Taylor Swift. That's how most people know him, which is pretty funny. But he makes really good music. He really does. He's one of the most talented guitarists we have working in the game today. I hate referring to the music and just general production as the game, but I kind of have to. Really great. Standout tracks, Wild Lou, Last Train Home, Why You Know Love Me, host of others. What else is on this? New Light, obviously very popular single, I'm sure you've heard it, but banger. These stickers were technically on the sleeve, but I put them on. Really fun. Good vibe, too. Just the entire record is a very coherent aesthetic. For my birthday, my parents decided that screw Judah's individual interests. We're going to force him to buy Christian vinyls because of progression. So I had to decide on 2 Christian vinyls I would halfway tolerate. And there's one artist who happens to exist within that of the religious sector who I truly do enjoy, and I love reveling in on occasion. He really is very talented. Even and a lot of his songs don't even really have that many highly religious undertones anyway. So who I'm talking about, of course, is John Mark McMillan. Deep Magic is really, really, really stellar. I want to show you just how pretty this vinyl is. I wish I could do a full review, but the room setup is not there, chat. I did not just say chat, but look at that. It's gorgeous. Really pretty. I love it ever so dearly. It's one of my favorite things I own. It's a really good album. Standout tracks, New Day in the Dark, Deep Magic, the title track. It's not as good as I Got Peopled with Dreams, which is not my favorite John Mark McMillan album. My favorite John Mark McMillan album is Mercury and Lightning, which is so good. Death in Reverse is such good, as well as Eastern Eighth End, which is Death in Reverse backwards in reverse. Haha, how funny. This Juggernaut, specifically the session with Ben Rector, but this version's really good too. Also, Hammering Heart, the session with Sleeping at Last. Really, really good stuff. This is a great album. This is a really good album. Even for the agnostic listener. It's really fantastic. I love it so much. Let's commence forth in timely manner. Next, we're getting into degeneracy. Kid Amnesiac. This is the 2021 release that contains both Amnesiac and Kid A. I'm going to review them both, not simultaneously, but individually. Kid A, stellar record, but what more could possibly be said? I don't think Morning Bell gets enough traction. Morning Bell is such a good track. Philip outdoes himself in the percussion. That I could listen to that drum beat forever. National Anthem, so underrated. Especially the live cover on SNL in 2000. It's beautiful. It's really, really, really good. This album's fantastic. Initially, I didn't like it. So for those treading their way through that Radiohead's discography and kind of hit the stumbling block that is Kid A, go through it. You heard everything in its right place, and you're like, oh, what are these synths? You'll grow to like it. I didn't like everything in its right place initially. Now it's one of my favorite Radiohead songs. I'm not even joking. Also, you have motion picture soundtrack. You've Had It Disappear Completely, which you've all seen that stupid video essay, but it is, in fact, one of their best songs. Really great. The inspiration behind it being the OK Computer Tour, Tom York's Stress, and Existential Crisis, and things of that nature. And Johnny Greenwood being like, I really hate these generic guitar riffs. So this album's fantastic. Amnesiac. Great. Really good. Not as good as Kid A, not nearly. It's probably my third least favorite Radiohead album, but it still holds up. It really does hold up. It's really good. Knives Out. Like Spinning Plates, Pyramid Song. Really, really good. I haven't listened to it enough to have an effective commentary, though. But what I do have an effective commentary on is, okay, I'm a generic Caucasian. I'm all too familiar. OK Computer. It's technically the OK Not OK 2017 re-release, which contains Man of War, I Promise, and Polyethylene Parts 1 and 2. This album fucking bangs! Oh my god, I love it so much! It's one of the best albums I've ever heard. Genuinely is. It's so good. There's nothing to say about it, though. Just nothing. Nothing that hasn't been said. The only commentary I will make is I think Subterranean Homesick Alien is underrated. That instrumental is heavenly. I think the song is equally as good in No Surprises and deserves the right amount of traction and tension and things of that nature. It is so damn good. Degeneracy Train ends with In Rainbows. I literally have the titular 3. The only reason I do have these is not because they're my 3 very favorite records from Radiohead, just they're accessible. What was I going to say? This is, I don't think it's my favorite Radiohead album. I'm thinking that title probably goes to, I don't know, it's such a difficult decision. The one I'm most interested in at the moment is Kid A. It's definitely not my favorite, though. Probably goes to In Rainbows. Generic pick, but it's perfect. Nude, perfect. Videotape is underrated. People don't listen to it enough. But, perfect. 15 Step is my favorite song of all time. Genuinely is. Undisputed. Greatest track ever made for any album. I genuinely believe that. Now we're getting into... Oh, no. The road to degeneracy ends here. Mac DeMarco, another one. Must be another one she loves. I love this album. The Way You Love Her, the demo version specifically, which isn't on this, really damn good. Really, really damn good. Yeah, Degeneracy Train is over. You can lose your virginity again. I don't know. What am I supposed to say here? But you have 2 more, some worthy additions, which I kind of have to commentate in tandem with that of their multimedia counterparts, because looking at them strictly as records is not really a fair assessment, at least in these particular pieces of media. First, Angela Badalamenti, Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is the greatest work of television ever made, and you can't convince me otherwise. It's perfect, thematically, comically, dramatically, perfect. Kyle MacLachlan's standout role, David Lynch, Mark Frost outdid themselves. The most influential television series of all time, every show you ever like, came from Twin Peaks. If Twin Peaks didn't exist, Breaking Bad wouldn't exist, Succession wouldn't exist, The Sopranos, Lost, BoJack Horseman even, anything. Basically anything you enjoy is here because of Twin Peaks. And the score is gorgeous. Angela Badalamenti, Laura Palmer's theme, Farewell theme, Red Room, Audrey's Dance, of course the Twin Peaks theme. Gorgeous. So pretty. I love it so much. One of the greatest pieces of media ever made. But let's move on. Being on the Mark Frost bandwagon, David Lynch would be satisfied. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, original soundtrack. Technically, I can show you this one because the sleeve is gorgeous. This is amazing. It's so good. The Voice to Love is one of the most impactful scores I've ever listened to. It's not just because I love Twin Peaks and I'm like, oh, I want to complete the collection, which I do. I want to get the return so I can have Accident Farewell theme and Green Grove or whatever it's called. Also, the David Lynch remix of American Woman, which is the banger. But this is really good. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Watch it. With your parents. With everyone. Like, find the most strict, conventional people you've ever met and watch Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me with no context. I promise they will probably be shocked at anything, but you will be equally as shocked as they are, which is an interesting assessment. Well, that about wraps it up. In the event you enjoyed my company this fine evening, give me a sub, I guess, because the intention of this isn't necessarily to grow this channel per se, just to kind of get the Judah brand out there. Because, like, I consider myself a halfway tolerable individual, but may not be the general consensus, but in the event it is, then stalk me. Stalk me. Why did I say it like that? That's weird. Had to do a little wraparound. No! So many innuendos! It was unintentional. Unintentional. I'm not going to give you a wraparound. But there is a Cash App in the description, and we'll meet you in the back of a Denny's.
The innocence is gone. Let's not kill the karma.